Welcome back to the Urban Review. Catch the stories that made headlines in Santa Barbara this past week. Going back to last Sunday, this year's Old Spanish Days poster and pin were unveiled at La Primavera event. The two figures featured in the poster are the parents of El Presidente Josiah Jenkins. The honor came as a surprise to them both. This year's pin design represents a Western buckle. The Fiesta kickoff event featured a live band and dancing, and of course, the spirit of Fiesta. Old Spanish Days begins July 31st, so mark your calendars. First responders got a lesson in water rescue Sunday afternoon, just in time for the busy summer season. Santa Barbara City lifeguards shared their water rescue skills with firefighters and the Harbor Patrol. The training day took place at East Beach. Full-time lifeguards hit the sand in June, but joined up with other rescuers to refresh their life-saving skills. Lifeguards will be watching over the water from Ledbetter to East Beach from June through late August. And on Monday, answering the call any day at any hour within 4 minutes is a goal the Santa Barbara Fire Department tries to meet, whether it's a regular weekday or a busy weekend with a city full of tourists. That's not easy, and these are the issues they are considering during a budget review session with the Santa Barbara City Council. The department also says in the last 4 years, 20% of the personnel has retired, and getting new recruits on board is a top priority. The Santa Barbara Police Department is also going through a budget review and says the challenges to fight crime includes not just a full staff, but also prevention that involves community members. The department did say a focused team of officers recently caught several suspects who have been committing numerous crimes. Also on Monday, highway patrol officers are crediting a seatbelt for saving a woman's life after she veered off the freeway and flipped her car. It happened just after 9 o'clock at night at Highway 101 and Olive Mill Road in Montecito. Investigators say they're not sure why the woman went off the road. Witnesses say she was able to get out of the car on her own. She was taken to Cottage Hospital and she is expected to be okay. Officers shot down the off-ramp at Olive Mill while they cleaned up the wreck. An 18-year-old Santa Barbara area gang member is in custody after attempted murder. The shooting happened last Tuesday on the 800 block of North Milpa Street outside a Taco Bell restaurant. Officers arrested the teen when he showed up for a court appearance. They are not releasing his name yet because the investigation is still ongoing. However, detectives confirm the shooting was gang-related. So far, they don't believe it's related to any other incidents. DNA testing helped catch a suspect rapist from Santa Barbara. The suspect is Peter Parra. Santa Barbara police say he raped a 21-year-old UCSB student who was too drunk to resist last June. The victim was driven to the suspect's home on the 1500 block of San Andres Street by another man, where she was raped, then dropped off in Isla Vista. The attack went unsolved until police say DNA testing from the state crime lab came back identifying Parra. Moving on to Tuesday, a Santa Barbara woman is behind bars tonight for a DUI crash in which her 3-year-old son suffered a broken neck. Police say Kate Walters and a friend started drinking heavily on Monday before going to Harry's Plaza Cafe. They allegedly continued to drink alcohol and became unruly until the restaurant staff asked them to leave. Workers called a taxi. Instead, police say the two women put the child in a car and drove away. 2 blocks away, they hit a street sign and light pole at State Street and Toyon Drive. The boy is hospitalized with numerous injuries. Walters faces felony DUI and felony child endangerment charges. Also, Goleta City officials are upset over proposed budget cuts that could shut down Santa Barbara County Engine 11. Goleta contracts with the county for fire services. Council members say they just recently learned the county was considering cuts that would leave Engine 11 on Stork Road unfunded. On Tuesday, the City Council approved a strongly worded letter opposing the cutback. Engine 11 responds to daily calls in Isla Vista. The county will discuss the fire station issue in early June during budget hearings. And here's something. Goleta Company is being honored for its role in catching the second Boston Marathon bomber. The FLIR company makes forward-looking infrared cameras that can see not just in dimly lit or dark locations, but also right through areas where a suspect may be hiding. Authorities found bombing suspect Zokar Tsarnaev hiding in a boat at night because of the FLIR technology and equipment made in Goleta. On Tuesday, the company's general manager received the honor. The FLIR company is planning to expand into some buildings near its current site in Goleta. And a man wanted by police that led officers on a pursuit is in custody Wednesday. It happened just after 7 p.m. near Melpas and 500 Street in Santa Barbara. Officers say 30-year-old Jeremiah Diaz had a warrant out for his arrest. When police spotted him riding a bicycle, they tried to arrest him, and that's when Diaz took off. Diaz now faces numerous charges. On Thursday, one man is under arrest after leading authorities on a slow speed chase along Highway 154. It started just before 7 at night, when police got a call about a stolen vehicle near Hope Branch and Highway 101. Officers tried to stop the van. The suspect got out and then jumped back in and took off, leading police first into Goleta before looping back onto Highway 154 and over the San Marcos Pass. Officers laid out a spike strip at Armour Ranch Road, and the chase came to a stop near the junction of Highway 154 and Highway 246. A K-9 unit was released and the armed suspect surrendered. Authorities said the man is wanted on felony and misdemeanor warrants. And investigators are trying to figure out why a car ended up in a Goleta Creek this Thursday morning near Cathedral Oaks Road and Turnpike Road. Officials say the two cars collided before one of them went off the road. No one was hurt, but the crash slowed traffic in the area for about an hour as crews cleaned up the mess. Also, on Thursday night, the downtown organization's Art and Wine Tour announced the Grand Marshal for this year's holiday parade. Emmy Award-winning actor and Santa Barbara resident Michael Imperioli has been chosen to be this year's Celebrity Grand Marshal. The theme for this year's parade is Holiday in Paradise. The evening's event featured local wines and sampling from downtown restaurants. The parade will be held on December 6th. And in the past, some beaches made it into the Heal the Bay Beach report because the waters were so bad. The report covers beaches throughout Southern California, checking them mainly for water quality issues. This year, local beaches are getting very good grades. One reason for the clean water runoff has been the lack of rain this year. Traveling south to Oxnard for this one, a train hit a car that was stopped on the tracks Friday night. A 70-year-old man was killed. He has not been identified. Police said bells, lights, and crossing arms were activated, but the car did not move. Hundreds of passengers were on board. No one was hurt. The passengers were stranded for hours while crews cleared the scene. The train eventually continued on to its final destination in Goleta. And finally, on Saturday morning, a fire hydrant got the attention of people walking near State Street. Santa Barbara police say a delivery truck backed into the hydrant on Figueroa Street, sharing it off near the base. Water spewed out for several minutes. No word yet if the driver was cited. For upcoming events, we have a Memorial Day ceremony to honor those who have served and those who have given their lives for this country. Monday, May 27th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the SB Cemetery at 901 Channel Drive in Santa Barbara. The cost is free. All ages are welcome. And the Goleta Valley Chamber of Commerce welcomes you to its 6th annual State of the City event, featuring a discussion on the state of Goleta. Thursday, May 30th at 11:30 in the morning. It's at the Bacara Resort and Spa. Cost is $65 to $75. And the Special Olympics Santa Barbara Annual Luncheon is on Thursday, May 30th from noon to 1 at the Santa Barbara Courthouse Sunken Gardens. The cost is free and it's open to all ages. And food for kids. Hundreds of students and community members will gather to enjoy music by local youth bands and nutritious food from the Santa Barbara Unified School District on Thursday, May 30th at 3 p.m. McKinley Elementary School Auditorium is the location. Cost is free and all ages are welcome. And next weekend, we have the 8th Annual Women's Literary Festival. The Women's Literary Festival represents the work of contemporary female authors from a variety of backgrounds and life experiences. That's Saturday, June 1st from 8:30 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon at the Fez Parkers Doubletree Resort. The cost is $65 and it's open to all ages. And finally, a series of 1-mile races and fun run with something for everyone and every dog in the the Platinum Performance State Street Mile. That's next Sunday, June 2nd from 8 in the morning to 10 a.m. The cost ranges from $5 to $30 and all ages are welcome. And that does it for this week's episode of The Urban Review. Join us next weekend for a brand new episode. Until then, have a good one.